Hello everyone, welcome to the first lecture video on the topic next generation sequencing analysis or NGS sequencing analysis using Windows Subsystem for Linux or WSL and Ubuntu. So in this particular lecture videos that you will be seeing, you will be learning how why are we doing what is a next generation sequencing analysis, and why are we doing it, and what is important, and how are we doing it, whether we are installing a Linux operating system or some other way to do this by this particular sequencing analysis, and also the tools and commands that are basically used to get this particular analysis done. So basically, before going into much of the basics or introductory part, I think I should install the prerequisite. Basically, if you have a laptop, basically you are doing some bioinformatics analysis, so you will have a laptop, and inside that you need a particular prerequisite or a particular tool, basically called as a Windows Subsystem for Linux. You can basically do a NGS analysis using an Ubuntu, but most of in my case I use a Intel Core i5 laptop that consists of a Windows operating system. So I don't have any Ubuntu or Linux installed in it. Even if I have to install, then I have to install Ubuntu as a separating or Linux as a separating operating system. So that basically what happens is that the memory will get split and the laptop actually gets slowed down when you are using Windows, or when you are using Ubuntu separately or Linux separately, then it actually slows the processability. So basically I don't want that. So basically what I will be doing is that I will be installing what is called as a Windows Subsystem for Linux or WSL in my Windows operating system itself. So what it does is that it actually helps to make a subsystem for Linux within the Windows operating system, meaning that the operating system for Windows will be intact. You don't need to install a separating operating system for Linux. What will be done is that within the Windows operating system you are creating a sub operating system for Linux. So the Linux will work within the Windows operating system. So the memory issue will not be there, other issue, or you don't have to install a separate operating system in that. So what I will be doing is that I will be going into a search bar. So I will be just saying what you to do and all, so that you can get this thing done. Like you can set up the Windows Subsystem for Linux in your laptop and also install Ubuntu, so that you can use the command terminal to carry out the whole sequence analysis. So I will just go into a search bar. I will type in features. So it will be showing this particular option, control panel, turn Windows features on or off. I will just click on it. So basically it opens up this particular dialog box, right? So in that case there are particularly two options. Basically, if you are looking for the using it for the first time, or you don't have a Windows Subsystem for Linux installed in your laptop, these two options, that is virtual machine platform and Windows Subsystem for Linux, as you can see, these two options will be unticked. So if you are going to install the Windows Subsystem for Linux, then you have to tick these two options, that is Windows virtual machine platform you have to tick here, and also you have to tick here for Windows Subsystem for Linux, and after that click OK. And if you are using it for the first time, right, then you need to restart your laptop or computer. So please do that, because it is essential to do that. Basically afterwards I will go into search bar again. I will type for Windows or Microsoft Store. So it pops up here, so you just click finish and just wait for it. Okay, so afterwards search Ubuntu and press enter. So it will open up the several packages that are present for Ubuntu in the Microsoft Store. I will go for the latest version, that is here 24 is the latest version. I will click on it, and afterwards I will download and install it. So basically I already have it installed in my system, so it shows open, but you need to, if you are using for the first time, then you need to download as well as install it. Then I will just close it up, and afterwards I will just open up my Windows prompt, go to search bar and type prompt, go select this option and then type WSL status. So you can see is that when I press the enter, after typing this particular command, it shows Ubuntu 24.04 and the default version is 2, meaning that if WSL is installed, it will show up this particular status and all for the WSL version that we are using. If it is not installed, it will gives you an error. So you need to reinstall it afterwards if it is showing a particular error. So afterwards, what you need to do is that you need to type again another command, WSL / then you need to type update. So basically it checks for the updated version for WSL if it is present within the internet, and if it is in your system, if it is not updated, then it will automatically re-update it out. And as I have already done that, basically it shows the most recent version of Windows Subsystem for Linux is already installed. So basically I don't need to update it out, it's already updated. But in your case you might need to update it, because if you are not using any updated version of WSL, it just crashes down when you open it up. So basically this solves out that particular problem there. And then afterwards, once you have done this, go to this particular drop down arrow, click on it, and then select the Ubuntu 24.04.1 LTS. So this basically opens up the Ubuntu terminal here. So this is the basically terminal that you will be working on. If you have worked on a Linux operating system, you know that this is how the Linux terminal actually works on. So if you don't have any WSL installed in it, if you are just installed Ubuntu, then this probably won't open up, or the commands that you're typing won't work at all. So basically you have to install WSL, then you have to install the Ubuntu, and then you have to open up the terminal to do this. So basically this is the particular working directory that you will be working on. So it shows up several of the options that are present here. So basically you will be using some commands to do all the analysis and all that we will be learning in the next video lecture and all. So I hope you have understood how to install a WSL in your system, so that you can work within the Linux environment for doing what you need in this case. So if you have any doubt and queries, please type it in the comment box. I will, based on knowledge what I know, I will gladly clarify each and every doubt that you are having. So yeah, thank you for watching the video.